Hey guys, Cam from 15, joined by my co-host Red Wolf, and we are back with another episode review of Doctor Mother Effin Stone.
Why mother, why mother effing?
I don't know, because I feel like it.
That felt mildly aggressive.
Anyways, we get a flashback episode review. We get some backstory about, well, mostly Xeno. Um,
Mhm.
it kind of basically was just a rundown and kind of the symbolicness. Also, we kind of get a symbolic way of how he sees science and how Senku sees science. And
Mhm.
I think my prediction of maybe if Dr. Zeno comes across Senku, he'd probably keep him alive. Well, this episode confirmed I think that's a damn lie.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I did say before, and I don't remember which one of the re Dr. Stone reviews that we did. I did say I don't think he'll give no Fs. If that was Senko the whole time, so he'll just kill him.
Yeah. Let's get to it. So obviously last week we had it to where Luna was mentions Dr. Zeno and then says a phrase that he said and Senku remembers back to his past. So throughout the episode, we just see Senku as a child. He was sending this email to basically this science, I guess this science group or whatever, and they were just in utter shock at a kid his age was able to comprehend science on that level. They're just
Mm.
like, this has got to be a joke.
Yeah, and they just ignore it. We don't we can't get ourselves involved in this because they think it's a little sus.
Yes. And then that's when we see a 20-year-old Dr. Zeno.
Mhm.
So basically, we see he saw the message and he started emailing Senku back. And basically, he tells Senku, he's like, well, if you want to do what you need to do, you're going to need this, like, scientific thermometer, right? It looked like a freaking oven, to be honest, or like a little toaster oven, right? Or shit, even like a microwave. It looked like a microwave, if we're being honest, actually. Um, and it's you get this funny scene where Senku and Taiju, they're only, mind you, they're like 8-year-old kid.
And 10 years old. 10-year-old.
Other 10? He was 10?
Yeah, they're 10 here.
Well, 10 years old. They look up how much this cost. This shit was $500,000. Listen. So then you get one of the wildest things I think I've seen in any fucking anime. Now we knew his dad was always apart from him, right? Because he was off
Mhm.
doing NASA stuff. This man straight up just flew to America just to get his father's credit card, use it to pay for these expensive ass items for his science shit. And then after he does it, he goes back home.
Yeah, just like that.
Like his dad's like, oh, I'm like, thank you. And he's like, give me the damn credit card. Huh? Okay.
Sanko is something else.
Look, we already know he cares about his dad, right? But
Yeah.
I found this to be absolutely hilarious. I'm just like, if my kids ever treated me like that, oh no, they're getting a butt whooping. Ain't no way you ain't flying all the way halfway across the country to come see me for some damn credit card. Also, why couldn't he never just call his dad up or send his dad an email and just said, hey dad, I need this very expensive thing. Can you run it your credit card, please? It would have saved him money.
I wonder how did you fly all the way there anyways? Because obviously he
I'm
needs
guessing he must have called his dad and he said, hey dad, can you buy me a plane ticket? I want to see you. And probably lied about the reason why he wanted to see him.
I guess.
So then clearly his dad bought the plane ticket.
I guess so.
Now the question is, how do you even get the plane ticket to go back immediately? But then again, who we maybe Senku did the ticket, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe Senku got Taiju's parents to buy the ticket. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Also, too, he had to go to America How the fuck this guy got a passport already at age 10? And how is he flying by himself? Plot holes, ladies and gentlemen, plot holes. But you know what? This is Dr. Stone, so who cares?
I'm I don't remember how old I was when I had my first passport, but I was pretty small.
I was in sixth grade when I got my own passport, so if I was in sixth grade, I was probably 11.
Okay then, yeah, I guess it's I don't think it's at all impossible for Senko to have his passport at that age, then.
Probably. But we just kind of see it to where we kind of get a montage of Senku with Taiju kind of creating this rocket engine type of thing. And we just see throughout the course of the episode, he's been emailing Dr. Xeno about his thing and everything. And Dr. Xeno seems really intrigued and very, happy to talk with Senku. And you're like, okay, then why is Dr. Xeno seem like a damn lunatic in the future? Well,
We see that later on.
we kind of see he's kind of been a lunatic from the jump.
Yeah, although he didn't show it at first, but
So, what is kind of his whole belief about science?
science is power. Basically, he thinks that science should be used to to like rule over, basically.
Yeah, and Senku kind of disagrees from that standpoint.
Yeah, he's like,
Um,
that sounds boring and all that stuff.
yeah, we know Senku, he don't care about domination or anything, but Dr. Zeno, he was all about that domination. And we even see a scene later on in the episode, Senku's dad makes the mention, or somebody asks him Senku's dad, like, hey, so what would you do if the world turned to stone and it was back in the stone world? And basically, Senku's father was like, I'd probably just, I don't know, survive and find ways to inhabit life. And then they asked Dr. Zeno, and they're like, hey, Zeno, what would you do?
I'd probably build weapons and start dominating as a dictator.
Yeah, I heard that shit, and I'm just like,
Can you say that?
I'm like, oh. See, now, if I was in the scientific group right here, if I was with the NASA, I'd probably call the police on this guy and just be like, we got a problem here.
I bet they thought he was joking.
They probably thought he was joking, but with what we see now, oh no, he's not joking. And then obviously he asked him the question later, like, so what would you do if there was, like, say, another scientific mind out there? And even Senku's father's like, especially about a scientific mind that, wants to progress, people, and because they have a bright mind of science, right? Not use that type of science that he's thinking. And
Like
Dr.
my
Zeno
son.
basically just said, that's simple. I would exterminate the problem.
Wow.
Yeah, so my thoughts about him maybe keeping Senku alive, well, that got shot down immediately. This guy basically said, oh, if there was another scientist in the Stone period, and it was me, I'm killing the guy. So we are dealing with a psychopath who's a madman, actually a mad scientist.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, I know our characters haven't killed these bad guys in the past, but he seems like a guy that he cannot be redeemed.
Who knows? We might be surprised.
So yes, but anyways, some time passes. We see Senku basically in his high school time, right? And at some point, he does fly back to America. He does see his dad again for a short period of time. But the interesting part is he comes across Dr. Xeno. Now, Dr. Xeno's overhears Senku's father talking about how Senku's coming to see him, right? And then he's just like, that name. Now, maybe he forgot about Senku from the emails he's always had, because it's been some time and it seems like he never like talked with him after that point, right?
Hmm.
But they stand side by side by that, like, I guess that missile or rocket thing that Zeno was, I guess, created or something. And basically what happens is, excuse me, Senku's father comes up and it's like, hey, what's up, man? And then and Senku's like, oh, nothing. And we just have it to where Dr. Zeno kind of walks away. Now it's interesting too that Senku's father didn't say, oh, Zeno, hey, this is my son, Senku. Did you want to meet him? And then maybe that could have made it to where Senku, because we know he's a smart individual, he would remember, like, wait, you said Zeno? As in, because that would have been the guy he would have. But no, nope. It takes Senku so many, many, many years down the road to remember. So that's kind of the interesting, but he walks away. So after that whole thing, we kind of see you kind of get the whole starting point of the birds turning to stone and everything. You kind of get we already know the side how Taiju came in and burst into this classroom saying, Senku, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell Yuzuriha how I feel about her. And the dude's like, all right, you big oaf, congratulations.
Congratulations. But I can't leave right now because I'm in.
That man had no care for fucking Taichu's romance. Oh my god. Then again, we never did review season one. I've reviewed season one on my own in terms of like just a whole overview of the season. But I still thought it was effed up. This man, Taiju, must have told Senku all these times, I'm really liking this girl.
But we also learned from season one he was secretly rooting for him because the students in the classroom, they're like, I'm betting he's gonna get rejected, and Senko's the only one who says, I'm betting he isn't gonna get rejected.
And we already know he ain't getting rejected because he's gonna marry Yuzuriha after they save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Zeno, and we have it to where there's this meeting at this he's walking in this halls, and obviously this one other doctor is talking about the petrified birds. And Dr. Zeno's like, he talks about how this came to be essentially, and the doctor's like, how would you get this information? He's like, I got it from some high schooler from Japan. So we then cut a little bit later and we see how basically Dr. Zeno on his end, how he and his group got petrified, right? So they're having like some big, I guess, party at the White House, right? And essentially Dr. Zeno makes a mention about this, but then it was told like, you're not supposed to say anything about that. Also, we see the one guy that's trying to snipe, well, Taiju, but aka really realistically Senku, right? He was like part of a special operations like type of FBI agency. But he was basically in the damn army, if you got to be honest. So, and then you have it to where Luna was there. Luna was there, and then you had the same bumbling idiots. It's like, oh, these dudes actually had this one dude actually had the audacity to get her a fucking ring. I'm just like, bruh.
I don't know if I should call this love or obsession at this point.
I think it's just obsession. Because even the other guy's like, you think she ain't gonna take that ring? She thinks I'm weird. I'm just like, these two idiots don't get it, bruh. But eventually we see the petrification beam go off and they all see it happening. And then that's when Dr. Zeno basically screams out, he's like, everybody's got to keep their composure and you got to think about something to keep you conscious. Because if you don't think about something, you're going to lose consciousness and you're going to be basically in this petrified state forever. The one dude, he basically is like, well, I can snipe for long periods of time, so this is no issue for me keeping my mind alive. We already know Dr. Zeno's keeping his mind alive. I absolutely found it hilarious how Luna is like, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I will not die here, I will not die here. I'm just like, bro, chill.
Okay, so here's what I'm understanding. As long as they don't fall asleep, they'll be able to wake up like Like when they get unpetrified, I guess. But if they go to sleep at any point in time, they're basically long gone. I'm assuming.
Well, I guess if you want to put it like that.
That's what they're implying here, because they're doing the best to like stay awake for like years and years, no sleeping. So that has to be important somehow.
Yeah, I don't know if I could be able to stay up for that amount of years. At some point, like, yeah, would I be afraid? Like, could this be the end and everything? But it's like, shit. Like, after a while, you'd be like, man, I've been stuck here, seeing shit. I haven't moved. Like, what then? When I'm gonna break out? But you just have it to where the episode ends, where obviously the parallels between those two, and they obviously ended up breaking out, and that's where the episode ends off. But overall, it was a really good episode to get some backstory about Dr. Xeno, about what he stands for, and the fact that I don't think it's the best option for this guy to probably stay in power because he actually wants to be a modern ass dictator. So basically, I think it's like you said, like this guy could be like an evil version of Senku.
I mean, it does make sense considering he's his mentor, but
So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next week. We'll see, but solid episode. I did like the flashback, give some more understanding about Dr. Xeno and how he came to be. It will actually be interesting if next week we don't come back to the present. We actually do see how Dr. Xeno built his operation from the ground up. Which I think we might actually see next week. I'm guessing.
maybe.
Because it only makes sense. Like, how did this guy get to make everything he made, and how did obviously he was able to help unpetrify the other people? Now it's implied that he may actually know the thing, but again, we still know he doesn't know about the nitrochloric acid to put on the stone bodies. But it's implied like he put two and two together. So, but we don't know. Maybe he could be saying that just to play Senku. Like, he could be playing the whole fact, oh, I don't know how to bring people back from the stone shit, just for kicks and giggles to see, like, maybe I can extort them and see what they actually do know. Who knows? He's a smart individual. You would think he would have figured out how to bring people back and unpetrify them because he's such a smart guy. But I don't know. But I'm calling it. I think we're gonna see how he built his whole operation, and everything, and how he basically did what he needed to do. But other than that, that's basically my thoughts on the episode.
It's just it all makes sense now. Although I was not expecting Xenon to be a straight up psychopath to begin with. I thought there was something that happened within his life that made him, maybe they'll show that later. But
Yeah, we only saw him starting off at age 20, so maybe he had a bad childhood being raised, and he's like, man, F this. I'm gonna use my science to basically rule over people. But then again, like, when you use science and you got the power, well, it's kind of a dangerous duo right there.
yeah, it does make you a little arrogant.
Uh, so, like, shit, you can even look at superhero shits, people, villains that are super smart, but they also got power too to back that up, and it's always makes for a great antagonist for any superhero you talk about. Obviously, if you want to go like Spider-Man, Doc Ock,
Shout out to Dr. Octopus. Yeah.
or shit, Harry Osborn with Green Goblin, he's a smart individual, but
Yeah.
more on the crazy side because the Green Goblin syndrome gets to his ass.
Yep.
But other than that, that's basically it. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Dr. Stone content or any other anime content I upload to the channel and things like that. I'll leave a link in the description below for my co-host channel where he does his gameplays and things like that.
And yeah, subscribe to both our channels, guys. And I'm really close to reaching 100 subs. 10 more to go.
I'm really close to getting to 900 subs. we're only 11 more subs away. So
Mhm.
hit the subscribe button, damn it. Don't you want a 900 subscriber special?
Yeah, I can't believe you made it this far into the video and you haven't pressed the like button or even the subscribe button. Why are they not pressed? Press it now.
Even though I have the subscribe, the like, and the comment clicker thing at
Yeah,
the
but
start.
but I'm just letting them know now because apparently they didn't get the memo. Just hit it.
We're gonna get out of here, guys, because I'm gonna go review some more shows, and my friend's gonna go draw.
Yes, with whatever battery I have left. Yeah.
So, till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your night on channel video. Till then, guys, peace.
Peace.